Hello. What a beautiful day outside. Just getting ready to walk to Walmart to get some cat food. Called everyone I knew, and nobody would pick up the phone or answer the voicemail. It's funny how people's minds work. It's funny how family dynamics in society works. It's amazing that it works at all. I was so busy. But they're not too busy to get what they want. Because I know that every single one of those right now is doing exactly what they want to do. I've noticed a lot of relationships fall to the wayside and keep and that is the relationship that's maintained, the weakest link, so that each person can give up, and then they run to the relationship that'll just pick up the answer, and then they'll skirt around improving themselves and growing themselves, that everyone is looking for a place to give up and die at. What to say about it? While having some like secret hope, like their team winning when they're not playing for a team. They're not working for a family. When it's got to be about all this other stuff, about alliances, and those alliances in most cases don't benefit anyone. They benefit waste. Kind of like drugs. The relationships are like become like drugs. They stop having fun, which I thought people would do drugs to have fun. They can become addicted to getting hit whenever they need one, or waiting for that payday of when that person's going to show up. And a challenge ends up becoming how to get everything flowing like a well oiled machine when everybody just saddlebags. They're there when it's convenient for them. And they always got some kind of excuse that makes you know. I saw a video the other day about narcissism. It said that the narcissist creates a problem, then sets you up about the problem, makes it about you. Then they use the silent treatment, and then they blame you, and they're nowhere to be found. That way, you'll be the one that has to bring it up, and then you'll be the problem for speaking, for 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 existing, and then they can play poor me. That's really funny. I was also thinking about the word blasphemy. The word blasphemy is a cool word because it pictorially describes how Limiting yourself is the blasphemy against your own self and others and the spirit. So choosing one way of being and limiting yourself, that's blasphemy. Which, everyone knows that that's a church term that says, "Oh, well, if, you're not allowed to read any other books besides this one." And that kind of ties into this whole narcissism thing and the family dynamic. That unless you do everything this way, then we're not going to do anything for you. But we're going to waste everything we have, and that's ours. But who is our? If there's no individuals and it's not a unit working together regardless of factions. Like why would there be 10 churches? But there's nobody to help anybody anywhere. But each person that that went along with the church, then that was accepted. So then that's a way to keep certain people so that these people can prosper as long as they stay in line and and accept limitations. Then they can say, "Well, God was good to me because I got a fancy truck outside that I'm paying on for 5 years. God was good to me because of my house. God was good to me because of all the things that I have." That doesn't sound very godlike. There's- But then it's about the congregation, about everyone coming together and sharing together. But only between the people who are there, and especially only at the place where everyone is gathered, like a holiday. But then after the holiday is done, while at the holiday, there's all these people, going, "Oh, I hate being here because so and so's here. Or I hate being here because that person's here," and there's no acceptance. There's no overall family in society. That somehow selfishness takes over, and creativity is thrown by the wayside. Along with, there's a lot of jealousy that somebody could have everything in the world, and then they're jealous of the person that doesn't they're jealous of somebody that doesn't have a job, say that. But I work for a living, that's what I'm proud of. Oh, but that person doesn't have a job, so, man, now I got somebody to be mad at. What the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Do you see all the contradictions in society and in family, and like getting a wife, but then the wife is just there to clean up after you? I mean, I see that in a lot of marriages. And the husband's just there to pay the bills, there to be the disciplinarian, which usually is over the top, and so that he can be the blame. So then he hides, and then the women are usually go around and try to help everyone. It looks like, but really, it's to make sure that they always are never without. Where is the unity and the bond in the world overall? It's missing, with or without whatever the special thing is, the Christmas tree, the angel, Jesus Christ, without any of that. And if anybody disrespects it, then, oh, well, then we're cutting them out. That's ego. That's pure fucking ego. That's looking for an excuse to hurt somebody. And then at the same time, being like, oh, well, see, this is what it's about. This is the love and the while everyone just sits back and it's all about the money and it's all about some kind of manipulation that's missing the whole personhood of being a person. Like the people I know that have pets aren't very close with their pets. They think they are. I see people with their pets always chained outside, or I don't know. I don't know. Anything I could bring up is good ammunition for somebody somewhere. And it's all twisted up so that there's fear that runs the world. Like somebody that I'd very much love to see. And at the same time, it's hard to see whether they're protecting me or helping me or using me for their own means. And then so then they're afraid to approach me when that would be the most amazing thing in the world, because we've never met. And I don't have any preconceived notions about it. All I have is, well, inside everyone's head, there's just this cloud of lightning bolts grounding, hitting the ground, and then hitting the cloud, and hitting the ground, and hitting the cloud, all around the container. And so without a connection, of course it's like, the sun's coming up. Oh, no, the sun's going down. The sun's coming up. Oh, the sun's going down. It's noon. No, it's midnight. No, it's noon. No, it's midnight. But that's just alluding to once you look at the whole picture, what's the core? What's the center of what this is all about? And people like to pick the opposites of everything, and that's why the world is set up that way. The greatest thing about Jesus Christ is that very thing, that very entity, person, spirit, concept made it so that everyone's fucking cornered. So there's no reason to hide, to lie, to manipulate whatsoever, because everyone is transparent, like ghosts missing their sheets. So what a beautiful thing. Nobody can use that against someone. And so this MMA fight I was watching last night when I was at a friend's house. He's into MMA or whatever, and I'm into whatever anybody I'm around is into, because I accept all beings for who they are. But this guy, so the exact, he's up there, and like this at this, I don't know what you call it, before the fight, and you got the microphone there, and they're talking to him, and they're like, "So, what are you about?" He's like, "I'm about Jesus Christ and all the angels and blah 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 blah." And then, like, and like, "So what do you think about your opponent?" "Well, I think he's a fucking lying sack of shit. I'm gonna beat his fucking face right into the motherfucking ground. I'm gonna stomp that shit so fucking deep he's never gonna breathe again. Jesus Christ." Then why is your mission in life to beat up on other guys? This should have been the next question. Why are you so angry? Why do you want to hurt people? The world is a weird ass place. I can't be mad about it. I don't know what's going to happen day to day. And I know there's nearly everyone around me in the world that's nearby is there's a bunch of people that can't say nothing that are voting for me. Like, God, I hope he teaches all these motherfuckers a lesson. Straight up. Well, I don't know what lesson is to be taught. At the same time, there's all these people that are close to me that try to hold me down. And at the same time, twisted up against themselves because I don't know, it's something about looking bad. But like in a family dynamic where like everyone gossips about each other, like apart from that person, like, oh, you know how that person is, oh, don't let him do this, and they're making secret alliances. And then but that's giving away themselves to each other and making them both guilty of going against one other person. And then when that person is there for them, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense. You're either true as who you are or you're not. What is there to hide? What is there to talk about anybody behind their back? Unless you could tell everybody right in front of everyone. And then, well, then you'd just be telling the truth. But the world's set up so that the narcissists are the heads of the families and the worst example. And everyone leans on that person because that person might have some of the wealth or um ideally, like life insurance when they die or some kind of favor or something, someone they could always run back to. And so then they put up with that behavior. And that's why every 20 years or less, society has been made so that it has to be made renewed. And by the time, 6 years has gone by, either you're still a young pup and you're still going at it and thriving, or you're like 3 times dead already. You're like so far away from reality that it's not even funny. I don't know. That's just what I want to talk about right now before I make my 2-mile walk to get some cat food because I couldn't find nobody to help me out with that. I need to exercise anyway. God is great. Peace out.